friends, it's Jeff here. Welcome to my corner. Welcome to another open box. And when I say box, I'm talking about this box. And I know, don't deny it, I'm sure that a few of you will think immediately, why is he holding a 2 dozen donut box on his lap? Why does he going to talk about donuts? Well, although I would like to have a donut right now and I can have one with a cup of coffee, this is further from the truth, because what I have here, my friends, is the pre-production test shot of Tamiya's new 1/48 scale F-4B Phantom. And when I say pre-production test shot, that means that there might have to tweak, people of Tamiya might have to tweak some things. Now, I did look in the box, I did look at the parts, I couldn't resist, I couldn't restrain myself from opening it, but I couldn't find anything. This is top-notch, everything is there. So they might have to do something with the instructions, they might have to do something with the decals, I don't know. But as far as the plastic is concerned, they are very, very close, if not finished or if not done, to release this. And I think the release date is probably within 6 weeks, 2 months, don't quote me on that. The price point on this one is going to be around, I think, $108, $128, somewhere in between. You might say this is pricey, but trust me, once you see the pieces, once you see the way that they did it, it's absolutely worth every penny. You don't want to build another Phantom in your life, except the Tamiya one. And I don't make any money doing this. I'm just in awe of how they engineered this kit. And I said it many times before, I'm really tired of repeating myself. Like I always say, like once you think that Tamiya outdid themselves, they do it again with their next kit. And I remember I was blown away when they came out with their F-14 a Tomcat the first time, and I thought this cannot be equal. You know, there's nobody that can do this. But then there was the P-38, and now there is this guy, and this guy is absolutely the best thing I ever see. So let's see what's in the box. There are a couple of good videos out there. I think Andy's headquarters did one, a really good video about that. Maybe you've seen it. If not, it's worth looking at it. And then there are a couple of, I think there's 1 or 2 reviews on there, or somebody, at least I think Britt Muddler did one. But I'm so happy that I got the test shot here, and I would like to thank the people from Tamiya, and especially George Canary for sending me this, for making this happen. So I am really delighted to give my take on this. So let's not lose any more time, let's not lose any more momentum. Let's open the box, see what's in it, and then we'll be back for some final words. But I'm really, really excited to share this with you, so stay tuned. So let's start with the instructions, and this is typical Tamiya fashion. Now, a giveaway is that is a test shot, is that this instruction is stapled, so these are photocopies of the real thing, so I'm sure they're working on that. That might be the delay, we don't know. Also, it didn't come with decals, so the decals, they're probably in the making, but at least it gives you a couple of variants here. It's like VF51, VF111 and VF161. So this will come with a set, hope so, probably of at least 3 or 4 different versions. And then the rest is just a typical quality instruction sheet that we are used to from Tamiya. I don't think I have to really go into detail about that. So the first thing that we're going to look at is the fuselage. And the detail is very, very refined. I mean, I don't know if I've seen this with any other kits that are on the market, but it is really, really absolutely beautifully done. Very, very refined. The rivets are faint. I mean, it just, everything looks to scale. Now, you might say, why did they split the fuselage up? Because the left fuselage is one piece, and then the right is split up in 2 pieces. Now, I'm not sure why they did that, but I'm sure it has something to do with versions, maybe upcoming versions that they do. I don't know, but that's probably the reason that they, with other versions in mind, that they split up the fuselage. But again, you can tell, very beautiful. Now I'm gonna post some close-up shots at the end of the video, because you might not see all the detail right now, and maybe I'm moving them around too fast, but I will do some close-up shots at the end of the video, at least with the main parts. But even looking at this, looking at the quality, this I can already tell this is not going to be a difficult build. There might be a lot of pieces, but the build is going to go very smooth. And the fit, I'm almost, it's almost guaranteed that it's going to be 100%. So very nice, very nice. Next on the list are the wings. And as with the fuselage, the detail or the paneling is very refined. I don't think they skipped anything. I think all the panels are there, even all the rivets are there. And I think once you put like a panel accent on the head, it's gonna look fantastic. Also have, of course, the spots where the speed brakes are located, so that indicates that you can put them in an open or closed position. And then here we have the upper wings. As you will know, the F-4B had the thin wings, and also with the thin wheels. Now you might see some color differences or some different in sheen, but this is just the way that the plastic was injected in there. So there is absolutely no blemish on it. It's absolutely perfectly smooth. It just, when you hold it in a certain angle, because of the light, you will see that there might be a little bit of a color difference or a sheen in there, but I can guarantee it's absolutely smooth. So next is the sprue that contains some parts of the cockpit. We have the aft and mid bulkhead. We also have the cockpit tub, and even on the floor, even on the cockpit floor, you see the detail that Tamiya incorporated. You don't see that much with other companies, but they really took it to heart just to also do the cockpit floor. Then we have the air intakes here, left and right, but everything is in the same fashion. It's all pristine. There's no flash whatsoever, so cleanup is going to be a doozy. Absolutely great. This sprue contains the air intake ducts, the inside, and then we have part of the wing fold mechanism right here. Again, look at the detail, just great. And then we have the stabilizers. Now Tamiya incorporated two types of stabilizers. One is the slotted stabilizers and the other one is the unslotted. So that indicates that there are more versions coming. Now the F-4B, some of the F-4B had the slotted ones, and then the rest was like the F4N, F4J, F4S. So I'm sure that they're gonna do all these versions, but they include, I think you have the choice to use either one on this one. Here we have the nose cone. We have also the slats here. And we have two identical sprues with one of the wing tanks. Also the wing tips here, left and right, some of the injection seat parts, and then part of the nozzles, the engine nozzles. And these are, of course, the tin wheels we just talked about. But even when you look at the detail on the exhaust nozzles and the interior of the exhaust nozzles, it is just stunning, just so refined. I don't think you even can reproduce that in resin. So they really didn't leave any details out. I mean, I can't say it enough. Look, I don't know if you can see this, but you get all these little refined rivets in there. Really beautiful work. Now this sprue captures the main drop tank, of course, and then we have some control surfaces here. We have some pylons. I think this is probably the front landing gear. But then when we look at this part here, this is the midsection. This is where the wings are attached and part of the wheel well. When you look at the detail that they incorporated, the length that they went just to incorporate the detail, that is just that's just fantastic. Then in the next sprue we have the main landing gear. We also have the top of the fuselage that comes separate, and then we have the pylons. But even when you look at the pylons, when you look at how really well they are executed, you know, it's just the detail is just stunning. Other parts on this sprue is also part of the side consoles, part of the cockpit. We have the refueling probe here. We can put that in an open and closed position. Here we have some more pieces from the cockpit. And I'll take some close-up shots of this because, again, as with everything else, it's really so refined. I mean, there is nothing you can do to enhance it. There is almost, I don't think you can, even in resin or even in like a 3D pattern. I don't know. I don't even see the need to do this because everything is there. They really did their homework when they looked at the cockpit. Very beautiful. Again, of course, we have the bottom of the fuselage here, the front section where the front wheel well is located. Then here we have the tail fin, 2 parts. The resting hook, tail hook. Now also, of course, the kit comes with 2 identical sprues of Ordnance. We have some air-to-air missiles, so we have some sidewinders. And normally, like, Ordnance is always questionable because if you look at older kits, mostly Ordnance is always a little clunky or it's overdone, but Tamiya didn't spare any means to reproducing true to scale. You know, the fins are super thin, it's all crisply done, there's no flash, and the detail is there. Just nice. Last but not least, we have the clear parts, and when I say clear parts, these are absolutely clear. They're crystal clear. They used exquisite plastic to do that, and they gave you the option to do them in a closed or open position. So if you decide to close the canopy, they provided you with a closed canopy for that, and of course when you decide to open the canopy, then you have the parts to do that. Now, as I mentioned, this is a pre-production test shot. I don't know what they're going to include to improve it. To me, it's all here. So it's probably because of the decals and the instruction sheet that or maybe the box art. I don't know, but as far as the plastic, I think they got it all covered. So let me post a couple of pictures and then we'll be back for some final words. So there you have it, guys. I don't know why I came back, because I got nothing more to say. There's nothing that I can add. The images spoke for themselves. It's absolutely a beautiful, beautiful piece of engineering. As far as the accuracy, it's as close to perfection as possible. I've been told that the tolerances to the real deal, to the 1-to-1 scale Phantom, are less than 15 millimeter. Now, in layman's terms, that's actually microscopical. So you have to really use a microscope to see any differences, if there are any. So that's how close they came. So, but other than that, now that I paid more attention to it, now that I look more at the parts, because I took a pre-peek, if I can call it like that, before we started all this, but now when I looked at it close and personal, it is absolutely, I mean, I'm lost for words. There is nothing that I can find or I can see that they could improve. I mean, this is absolutely a gorgeous piece of plastic model. Again, it might take another 6 weeks, 2 months, maybe hopefully sooner, that the Phantom will be on the market, but it will get there. So it gives you ample time to save your money. Now, if Phantoms are your thing, then you absolutely have to get one of those. No matter whatever else is on the market, you have to have at least one of those, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5. They will do the whole family, I'm sure, and the rest we'll see. But for now, I'm just gonna shut up, because I start to get really excited, and then my mouth starts to disconnect from my brain, and God knows what I'm going to say next. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm just going to calm down and maybe look at it again, maybe start gluing some things. But I am absolutely blown away by this piece of engineering. So, okay guys, that is it for now. I'll see you guys next time, maybe another inbox review or a quick tip Tuesday, and definitely every Sunday at 7 o'clock Central Time for our Facebook live show. Maybe I'll come back next Sunday and talk a little bit about this more with everybody. Maybe I'll have a little update. Maybe I'll glue a couple pieces together. But for now, I'm just gonna walk away, sit down, calm down, and eat my donut. So I'll talk to you next time. Jeffy here, signing off.